All right, hello everybody to this nice, fine, and actually, where I am, it's quite cool. And yeah, I'm reading up for this nice showing of the Silverstone GP for the GP4 2021 DTM Championship. And alongside me is how I call him, Mechi, Mirun FG. So what's up, dude?
Yeah, hello, Rans. It's great to be back for you. With the race as well, we had qualifying yesterday, and yeah, I think we should be in for quite a good race today around Silverstone.
Yes, Sir Esnia actually was the one who took pole position, his first pole of the season. Well, I'm not gonna go on the puns, but yeah, he took pole position. Actually, probably the first driver since James Sturt to extend his championship lead. Actually, because Sturt actually wasn't exactly, how do I say, he wasn't in lead of the championship, but he was actually the first one to like score points. So he was in the momentarily for one day he was in the lead for the championship. So, well, I mean, if it was like 10 points, for qualifying, I'm sure the drivers would cry. This race wouldn't be happening basically.
Yeah, obviously, Cherezhny already leading the championship by enough, and that one pole, that brings him one extra point, is just going to be icing on top of the cake for him. So let's see how he's going to do today.
Yes, the drivers have been already informed of the possible rain chance, and it's a thing. This track has been in the past at least used for testing. So for DTM, these cars are these cars would actually kind of not fail in that regard. This is not it's not that I got to say there's not a lot of reliability issues that would happen. It's only the racing that could have like any implications over the weather. So what do you think of actually the drivers? Making what kind of an approach would they take differently going into this race?
Obviously, DTM races are long and they are quite grueling. And Silverstone obviously is a very, very, I wouldn't say unusual circuit, but it is very high speed, and there are a lot of corners which will challenge the tires and the driver as well. So I think, well, just keeping it smooth all the way until the end is going to be what matters for Silverstone.
Yeah, tired especially. But yeah, so Mevchi, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Flo, are you ready? I can't hear him. I'm not gonna do the SpongeBob intro. I see. So is the chat ready?
I think they are.
Okay, so I think the drivers are ready. I'm going to speak for them. So let's go to the race, and let's see what exactly has been lined up right in front of our eyes. So Kai Tereznia, our pole sitter, our championship leader, our everything. He's our god basically in the DTM for now. Will Miller in second place for driving for Team Britain. Rifki Fakerzane in third. Xavier Wheatley is in fourth. Mateusz Turvek in fifth. Jared Fosbury in sixth. And scroll a little bit further. Thank you, James Stead, our pole sitter in previous races in seventh. Halil Sahin is a nice, solid, in the qualifying session. I think in that regard, especially how the season has gone. Adam Wolf in ninth. Rosetta Martinez, it's a him, so please, I think I'm going to make a lot more mistakes. Andres Sazonov there in 11th place. And Mevchi, are you there?
Yeah, I
I'm
am.
no, I'm not. I'm just not gonna let you do. I'm not gonna let you do the rest of the grid. I just wanted to know. So.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry.
So Will Parrish in 12th. Now I'll let you do the rest of the grid.
Okay, and it's Kaya Mortelli who lines up P13 for BMW Team RMR, followed by Miran Evji in P14. Mohammed Usman Hamid lines up in 15th, followed by Jay McKenzie in P16. Michael Clark is 17th for Mercedes Team Britain, and it's Bella Nouerville who lines up alongside the Englishman in 18th. Maxim Titkov, our last time race winner, starts P19, followed by Victory Bobo in P20. And the final row is occupied by Daniel Venture and Lian Campana.
And this is going to be a 45 lap race. For those wondering, this is not going to be a 50. Was it 50? Is it 52? The 50 like the regular like laps and around like F1. Is it? Is it not? 54, 53, 54, the 52.
I believe it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, obviously a reduced distance because this car is. As long as I can take the beating, beating drivers apparently can't. At least these are cars that are absolutely heavy, so for a reduced distance, I think it's absolutely fair. Let's see the weather. Let's see what the gods have given us, and absolutely nothing. It's apparently just going to be sunny. so that's a bit unfortunate. I wanted some actually dramatic weather. I prefer that rather than a cool. Maybe it's the dry race, but yeah. So Mepchi. Any predictions? Any wild comments you want to make before you're wrong?
Well, I mean, predicting DTM is a hard one. Everyone who started on pole, bar Maxim Titkov, has not won the race. So, I mean, Cherezhnia, I mean, he's already up there on pole, and he has a really good pace. So he could be in there to take the race win, obviously from pole. But then you could also have people like Fakhrizadeh who could be up there. But I'm gonna say Rifki Fakhrizadeh for the victory today.
I'm actually gonna say it's gonna be Neller. I think Neller's gonna take it. It's his home track. I think he's gonna want to leave a lasting impression. But now, who's gonna leave a lasting impression are the lights, which are gonna go out in 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't hold my breath, and we're out. And that's Cherezhnia with an actually solid start. I think the Mellors might have a bogged down start. Is he going to slot in behind Cherezhnia? No, he's actually going to lose out to, I believe that's, is it Martinez? No, Victor, and for whatever reason, I forgot already who's up in front. Neller going to defend from the wave of cars right behind him, going 3 wide, 2 wide. And apparently there's been a lockup already, maybe a bit of contact. Fakhrizadeh is in the lead. Fakhrizadeh with an excellent start, and there's been a yellow flag already. We don't know what exactly happened. We did see some lockups. Maybe it's going to be through turn 3, I believe.
Yeah, something must have happened to someone. I didn't quite catch a glimpse of who it was. But Fakhrizadeh had an amazing start. As he got Will Neller into the first corner Abbey, Neller just kind of backed off there on the inside. And then Fakhrizadeh got a great run here into farm on the inside of Cherezhnia. And just clean, simple move to take the lead of the race.
Cherezhnia didn't even cover the inside, so that was a bit of a rookie mistake. Mackenzie bumping it in the back, I think, at Adventure, and that's Hamid down due to Sazonov spinning and going right into them. Actually, it was Moratelli who just did a big dive bomb, moving up about 2 positions, but in the end it was in vain. So there might be some kind of investigations going on there. Sazonov couldn't do anything about that, but he could have at least not done what we're gonna see here. Yeah. I think he could have backed up a little bit. Yeah, I think he just squirted on the throttle a little bit, and that's Hamid's race. So actually, is that Newerville? Is that Newerville or I don't exactly know. That's Rosetta Martinez. They are out of the race. So 2 cars out on. They didn't make it past the 4th turn. So wow, that's insane.
Yeah. It was a very, very ambitious dive from Moratelli, obviously, and then Sazonov had a bit of a moment, and they just ended up in contact, so didn't really go too well for the pair of them. But Fakhrizadeh, he's holding the lead quite nicely there, as there's Fosbury and James Sturt side by side.
Yeah, speaking side by side, there's been like many cars going side by side in the early turns. We couldn't actually commentate around that because we just discussed the incident. But yes, Fakhrizadeh with a monumental start, rocketing up. Is it the bridge? I think it's bridge, right? And now into Old Stove there. I gotta say one of the trickiest parts on track. Of course, Sturt still trying to attack Fosbury. Martelli might get a penalty very soon. Mackenzie side by side with Michael H.W. Clark. Just adding that because it sounds more British. Clark is going to go up inside of the pole of Mackenzie. That doesn't exactly go, and Adventure locks up.
Yeah, it was a big lockup for Daniel Adventure. Luckily, he was able to keep it on the track. As there's Moratelli, he's now on the back of Who might that be? Not too acquainted. I think that's Sturt, who should be behind at the moment.
Yeah, and actually, good job by the marshals. We'll give a standing ovation for them for clearing the track, for clearing the car, not the track, the cars out of the track. And let's see, Mortelli's going to go for another dive and hope he doesn't end up in tears again. Mortelli, I gotta say, he has been pretty good, in the season, but he just hasn't had the good results as we would have expected him. Nuremberg moves up past Clark, so apparently Clark having some kind of issue. Mortelli's going to have another attack. Well, how this is going to end up, I actually do not know, but no one's going to understeer into send them flying off the orbit of this big sunny day here in Silverstone, and Mortelli's still hounding Sturt. Sturt is falling back from Fosbury. Now Turvik is going to go around the outside. Unusual place. He's going to go over Will Neller. He's keeping it nicely. So I'm getting some actually good traction. But no, Neller, the experienced F1 driver, covers him off.
Yeah, great defending from home hero Will Neller. Obviously, all that experience that he has compared to Mateusz Turvik really got into play. As here's Parrish having a look on the outside into the Vale chicane. Didn't quite work out as he wanted though. So he'll stay put where he is at the moment. But Neller is still going to have to defend Mateusz Turvik, because look at the overspeed from the Polish driver as they headed through into Village. But yeah, I think Turvik is probably ready to pounce as they'll head out of Adrian onto the Wellington Straight here.
Yes, it's gonna be close. I think Turvik could have a nice look inside, but Neller should cover him off if he breaks late enough. Does give him a bit of more space, and Neller has a bit of a mistake. And I think that was just letting Turvik pass because of his own mistake. Parrish making a move on Hail Sahin, so he's already down 3 places, even due to all the carnage up in front. So Sahin is having a terrible start.
Yeah, a lot of the guys didn't have great starts. Obviously, as you can see on the position gates, Neller's fallen down too. Now there is Moratelli on Sturt on the inside into Kops, and he gets that done quite cleanly. But yeah, Shahin falling down as well. Obviously started P8 in the points, and he's now unfortunately down to P11 as Will Parrish overtook him, and Parrish is already on the back of James Sturt here for P9. So Parrish looks to be on a little bit of a charge here. He's going to try it on the inside of the Brit into Stowe. Can he make the move stick as Sturt has the better traction around the outside?
That was some good defense actually by Sturt. That was some solid traction. I mean, Parrish was on the inside and he couldn't make it stick. I'll let you comment this because apparently I'm having a technical issue myself.
Yeah, you did cut out a bit there. As there is Evjon Shahin into Abbey. Shahin, though, remaining defiant on the outside line, should get him. It's compromised Evjon exit because Victor Iboba, I think, was having a bit of a look there on the Swede. Either way, everyone stays put as they are at the moment. They're just going to try to challenge the Turkish driver who's been falling down quite a lot. And there is Will Parrish. He's on the move as he's going to have a look on the inside into Brooklands, and he actually does get it done there.
Yes, exactly. That's a nice little move. The attacking force of old Will Parrish finally coming to commend, but Sturt now has a slipstream, which again, Sturt knows apparently how to defend. Apparently he knows kind of the track inside and out a little bit, but no, Parrish covers him off. American beating the Brits to the old Cops corner there.
Yeah, wonder where I've seen that one before. Either way, as you can see, Titkov pulling out of the slipstream through maggots as he tried to have a look on the BMW head. And oh no, that's Ibobo.
Oh, not Ibobo. He has to get under again. He doesn't want to be stuck in the gravel. Keep the engine running. Keep the wheels running. That's not going to be a good race for the like the millionth home hero on the grid. Victor Ibobo. The British. Oh my!
Big crash.
Oh my lord, that's Newerville. I don't know who was it that was sent off, but one of them was just sent off. I don't know, to Titkov and Newerville. So our last race winner again having a bad race, and that's gonna ruin their chance. And Titkov is just, I don't know what's he doing. I don't know what is he doing. He's just going around complete. Like, he could have already spun around. Maybe he wasn't. I think he didn't want to have his wheels stuck, and that's gonna block Sazonov. So the two Russians, 19th and 20th already, and it's only lap 5. It's not 5th.
Yeah, it was a big accident for
Yeah, we need a
Neuville.
replay of that. Yeah, we need a replay of that. So I'll let you actually analyze it.
And yeah, we're gonna see what happened between Neuville and Titko. It was a separate incident with Ibobo through Maggots, I think it was. Yeah, there he is. And through Maggots he goes, then through Beckett, and just something must have failed on that car.
And I think it was just he held the brake a bit too long and locked up, and that's it. They just you have no grip on the marbles, nothing. And let's see what happened. Why did actually it was Newerville who was on the inside? Adventure, and that's the same thing that happened to Thackersay in last race. It just this was like a bit not violent. Titkov didn't steer in violently, but that's Newerville going into the barriers and unluckily getting damage. I gotta say, I think that was really unlucky for her. As Thackersay has extended a nice lead over our championship race leader, Kaita Terni, and Turvik is right behind him, I have to say. That's going to be a bit spicy, I think, for the two poles. And apparently you're making a move, so that doesn't matter that much. No, I'm joking. No, that was a nice move by Mironevchi, the racer, not the commentator. Xavier V is trying to hound Will Neller. So I mean, Xavier V, last race was a solid one. I think just his strategy was a bit messed up. I think he's having a nice run at Will Neller. He's going to stop in about 8 to 9 laps. And actually, what's your estimation on how many laps can will the tires fall off? Because again, these cars are quite heavy, and going through the bends is going to increase the load, and it's going to just tear those, the sidewall of a tire off.
Oh well, it is quite interesting. I'm not the biggest strategy guy myself, if I have to say so. I think these could go. I'd reckon maybe 20 laps more, maybe, that's maybe a bit ambitious. I'd say somewhere between 15 to 20.
Yeah, I think that's a nice estimate by you. Good thinking there. Xavier B actually didn't. Apparently, he must have been trying to make an attack on Bill Neller and just fell off a little bit. So, and I was going to gain that time back. And Adam Wolf, benefiting from all the carnage that happened, with Sazonov and Moratelli and Hamid, and now is going to have probably a chance at top 5 there. Xavier V into Cops. Don't go on the inside there. It never has worked out in the past. Well, actually, in recent times it has, but am I gonna make a lot of references to that as much as possible. Clark seeing orange as he goes through the Cops. Mackenzie can't do a bit about that.
Yeah, there's I have noticed you're throwing out a lot of references about that. Either way, here is Javier Way around the outside as he tried it on Neller, but Neller looking really good through that corner. Either way, it's going to be put up under pressure here again as Way has a look on the inside there through Vale, but Neller is strong on the defense.
Yeah, that's a nice. I gotta say, Neller, you don't want to mess up with with these old foxes. I gotta say, they know where you're going to place your car. Even before you think what they're gonna do, they know. That's the thing. It's like Fernando Alonso, one of our saints, our gods. In a F1 and in the motorsport world, they know inside and out the tracks and how the car really works. Mortelli now on the back. I think it is Fosbury, I believe, right? I think it's Fosbury, and I read that we have no confirmation whether he's been investigated or not. I do want to know if so, because I want to either praise him or slander him or whatever. On lap 1, yeah. So Martelli is not going to be. He gets a free pass to go, so it's okay. So Martelli now on with Fosbury, and actually that's the most. It's actually not going to be the most cleanest move of Martelli's race so far, and yeah, that's a nice move by Mortelli, and Adventure is gonna gonna try to attack Ulstert, who's already falling back. Xavier V's having a nice look on Will Neller. Hasn't worked out for V throughout this lap for the most few laps on the outside. Neller, oh my lord, Neller tried to squeeze him there, but V was having none of it. V was absolutely committed to that corner, and that was a nice move by V. I think that it was on Will Neller rather than V. Oh my god, it's a free fight moment. Oh my god, I can't.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even see that. Holy hell! Oh my god! I let you go. I'm lost for words right now.
Harris pulling out to the left. I think that's Fosbury with a bit of an bad exit, and Miran Evgen decides to go to the inside line. So they're all just stuck in the middle here. And I think there was a touch between the two. And yeah, there's definitely a touch between Fosbury and Parrish. And yeah, we're gonna see this again.
FG, the racer is going on the inside innocently enough. I think Fosbury in the middle of basically the guy who has so much responsibility on him, and that's, I think that was bound to happen. I think that's Fosbury. Everybody's like having contact, and then what I said earlier in the season, these cars can take a beating. If it was an F1, we would have like 6 red flags right now.
Oh yeah. I think we'd have far more DNFers if this was an F1 race than a DTM race. These cars are, they are durable. Obviously, Newerville, I think the Newerville accident demonstrated it quite nicely, as she slammed into the barrier quite heftily and only lost her rear wing. So it wasn't.
And we have a yellow flag.
Oh.
That's that's Halil Shahin, and spun around in third turn, I think that is, and that's Shaheen's race. Shahin going completely messing up on the brakes too long, and that's basically the wheels start to roll, and that's it. You're gone. That's it. That's your race basically over, unless something happens up in front. So Shaheen with already a race to forget. Many drivers indeed. Sazanov and Titkov and Newerville, a lot of drivers.
Yeah. But a lot of people have made up very good gains. Moratelli is up 6 positions there. Same with Miran Evgen there behind. As here we have a battle forming between the two BMWs. That's Daniel Adventure on the back of James Sturt. Sturt is really just dropping like a stone here, as Adventure's going to have the inside line through Copse. And that should be the move done for him. Fosbury defending from, I think that's Mackenzie behind. As Mackenzie tries to chase down the Brit in the Mercedes through Maggots and Beckett. And then as they come out of Chapel, Mackenzie's going to have the slipstream into Stowe.
Everybody's opting for the outside lane. It seems like it's the best. No one's really covering off. I don't know why haven't they learned that yet. Mackenzie's going to probably make the cleanest move on the outside today. That is a solid move by Jay Mackenzie right there. Up into P10 and after the champion, the point paying positions. Turvik is not actually caught up to all. I think it is Cernia. So apparently he's not seeing. He's actually managing his race apparently for now, but the gap is about, let's see, what is the gap about at the turn here? That's 2.7, and I think it just increased as it was scrolling. Mepchi in 8th place, the Super Swede, in 8th place, and is going to try to hound Moratelli. Apparently Moratelli having a bit more speed going in, and apparently Moratelli has the need to defend for whatever reason. I don't know, Moratelli's being a bit too aggressive already. Okay, so now it's been 8 laps, and this has been a nice GP. Jesus, it's been so good.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good overtakes and a lot of good battles. And we're going to be treated to another battle here, as Miran Evgen is going to go on the inside of Caio Moratelli into Copse, and it's quite a nice move.
Moratelli's gonna go on the outside now. That's just that, and he's gonna compromise his own speed, and that's gonna give him up to Phil Parrish. Moratelli just giving himself up like a New Orleans hooker, and that's it. Parrish just now he's gonna get a nice slipstream. I don't think it's gonna be enough to go on the outside as many other drivers have, and not even on the inside even. So yeah, Parrish apparently not having the greatest of all runs there.
Yeah, I thought Will Parrish would have actually been able to make the overtake. Someone's gonna try to make the overtake though, was whoever that was. I didn't quite catch who that was actually, but yeah, I think Parrish should get that done sooner or later. He's been looking on very, very good form, Will Parrish. as Michael
Yes,
Clark
yeah.
is now on the back of Jared Fosbury. The two British drivers are gonna try to duel with each other in both of their home races.
Yeah, I mean that's they're inclined to do so. That's the thing. I think the stewarding is going to be a bit lighter. I hope, hopefully so, because these guys are fighting for their home honor. This is what they need to show. This is where their fan base can be attract. Is going to be like a do or die situation for some of these drivers. Later on in the season, Clark not getting around. Oh, Jared Fosbury there. Lap 10. I'm like, okay, I want to actually do the top 5, but apparently Mackenzie's now going to make a move on Ville Paris, not Paris. Mackenzie's having a not absolutely solid overtake with Jay Mackenzie, speedy. So, the top 5, Fakkerzane, Teresnia, Turvik, Xavier Wee, and Will Meller. So far, I think it's been solid, top 5. Turvik, I think, yeah, he was the one that is only cracked the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Turvik with a nice rest so far. I think he's the one to watch out, maybe for a potential win.
Yeah, I think everyone in the top 4 could be in for the victory here. I mean, yeah, sure. I guess we can throw in Will Neller if he decides to pick up the pace a bit. But
If he decides to go off the wheel and not sleep there, but yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's even though Fakkerzane is leading by what seems to be quite a bit. I just realized the gap. Oh my goodness! And
Fakkerzane
Teresnia
really managing the race.
Yeah, and Teresnia is currently defending from Mateusz Turvik behind. But I mean, the battle for the lead is not over. I mean, we still haven't come to the pit stop phases yet.
True, and and who is pitting right now? You have to answer.
And it is Kai Teresnia.
There you go, bing, ding, 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 and that's the bingo for you. Xavier V apparently doesn't have to pit a lot of drivers, so it looks like it's gonna be Teresnia, unless Fakkerzane has to pit also. We haven't yet. No, Fakkerzane doesn't have to pit, so Fakkerzane, even with heavier fuel than Teresnia, has made the most. So Teresnia actually kind of, that doesn't actually bode well, but maybe just a bad stint. But remember, he's going to be battling. Well, actually, is he going to battle Turvik? No, I think Turvik doesn't have enough slipstream, so I think that kind of saved him to lose maybe like a few seconds. Because remember, every time you battle, you lose pace. You lose the time that you can gain later. And Turvik, not even flinching off the Ternia's move into the pit lane.
Yeah, that's going to bring Mateusz Turvik into P2. Teresnia's going to try to... he's going to have to hope that the undercut's going to work here. Javier Wee is into the pit lane as well as Teresnia comes into the box. But we'll see if Turvik is going to be able to get ahead. We'll see if the overcut's going to work for Turvik.
Oh, I do like the pit crew's marshmallow gimmick. That's a solid. I gotta say, that's like Halloween has come early apparently for some of them. Saturnia is gonna rejoin, I think, just behind James Stewart, one of the slower drivers. So Saturnia should not have any kind of problems. And Xavier V actually was the one who pitted right after them, and he joins with a clear fresh air. But he's probably gonna be under. I think he has to come back to them. I think he's gonna be under. No, Bobo has not near enough. So. Not quite. So, the top 5 currently is, I think you're in the top 5, no? Aren't you?
I think you're in the top 5. I think I am. As Mackenzie is coming in, not before he tries a little move there on Kaya Moratelli, and he does succeed with it.
Well, yeah, Mackenzie's just flying. He's chewing through the field. We don't need even 5 gun, for this. We don't need any kind of gun. Orbit, extra, whatever. I'm not familiar with my gun companies, but that's Mackenzie. Oof, I gotta say, he's the strategist, the team. Every team is gonna be looking out for a threat, because again, you can undercut someone, nicely, but sometimes drivers like Mackenzie can mess up your plans for undercut.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting with the strategies.
And Mackenzie actually is the one who actually undercuts now most of the field. So yes, apparently he is actually made the most out of this. What do you think of this pace so far?
Mackenzie's at fantastic pace. I mean, he's been making moves left and right, and we'll just have to hope that traffic won't pose too much of an issue for the 2-time Formula 1 champion.
Yes, he's actually, that's the thing. It'd be embarrassing if someone didn't hit their marks in the pits.
Oh
I've seen
no!
I've seen a few drivers
Look at this.
completely mess up.
Chereznia is
Sereznia
stuck by Sturt.
behind. Oh, Sturt. So Sturt apparently holding up. I remember when I said that Sturt was a slower driver. He is just a slower driver in this race. He has no actual pace. He's going for a bit of a longer strategy. Apparently, Sturt is squeezing him, and on the inside, going into one of the corners that lead up to Luffield. I can't still remember for whatever reason names. It's like it's like an essay that I have not written. Mackenzie on the outside, getting the better traction. And Serezny is actually going on the really weird line, apparently having some understeer, not happy with the tires.
Yeah, I think, I mean, he's driven like a lap or two on those tires. They should be warmed up by now. But yeah, it just doesn't be able to find the grip.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Matt. That's the same problem I think we had last race. So I think Serezny is going to have probably a second lap later. But yeah, he's like through the corners. He's not even going. So maybe Neller might actually overcut these guys.
Yeah, Neller could pull out a very nice strategy here. We'll see if, I mean, as I said, if he does decide to wake up here a bit and pick up the pace, he could be in contention for the race lead. As Fakirstein is out in P5, just ahead of Caio Moratelli, that is. So
Moratelli. I wouldn't want to be behind. I wouldn't want to see that yellow car behind me. Whether with someone going to punch there in the shoulder. But V is actually making the most out of this. Actually, he's gotten there. His tires absolutely one of the. So Serezny is probably complaining on the radio, just like screaming. The sound systems are broken. They need new speakers at the pit crew. What is it called? The pit crew. I'm not going to go into it too much. But Serezny is gonna try to go for Sturt again, but Sturt covering him off nicely. It's some nice defending, but he's gonna leave the inside quite open, bring almost a bit of contact. Again, he's gonna go around the outside. He's gonna use up his tires by going around the outside, but he can get on a traction early. But no, not enough. Xavier Wee not getting enough slipstream. But Serezny is the one who's like vacuuming in. He's just sucking it in. He's just being pulled by Sturt. Can he go on the inside of on Stove? No, on Cop. Sorry, I completely forgot for the name. But yes, Xavier Wee is gonna make the most out of it. Bobo is now somehow coming into play after his own mistake, and now he's kind of challenging actually changing the provisional P to P5. Wow, I gotta say this is benefiting Neller massively. Drivers like Metschi, drivers like Mackenzie actually.
Yeah, it's gonna benefit this massively with one of the top guys being held up, Chereznia. He must be absolutely frustrated. Javier Weiss now having a look on him, but Sturt, he's defending for his life behind Kai Chereznia. I cannot believe it. And Mateusz Turwig, who's now coming out.
Is he gonna overcut? He's gonna overcut them? No. Yes, he actually has. Oh my good lord! So Neller is actually, by that logic, he. Oh my! Apparently, cut off a little bit.
You cut out a tiny bit there.
Yeah. So yes. So Neller is going to be comfortably ahead. He's in the race lead now. He's actually going for a longer strategy, I think, than the most. Sturt, I think Sturt is going to be sent a big paycheck by Neller, undisclosed sum.
Traffic gate is real.
Oh shit.
Either way, there's Mackenzie as he's finally getting past Liam Campana. Let's see if he's going to succeed with this as he head into Brooklands. Mackenzie on the inside line. They should have the better grip as he's on the inside of Brooklands. I think he did succeed with that. There's Turvik getting past Jared Fosbury, who's yet to pit, I think. There's William Cherezny on the inside line of the Polish driver. And Javier Weiss actually gone past Cherezny. This is horrible stuff for the pole man.
At this rate, if I gotta say, if Cherezny doesn't pick up the pace, his only points might be the pole position. So remember, like a Bobo, the driver who has not pitted at all and has actually completely wasted tires, is actually attacking both of these guys. Cherezny gonna go on the outside, rocketing up. Is a Bobo on the inside. Is gonna be probably some carnage is gonna happen very, very soon. But no, Xavier V in the middle, nicely maneuvering through. So Cherezny has lost a position to Victor Ibobo due to Sturt's absolutely astounding defending.
Yeah, Sturt. I mean, what a man he is defending like that. Obviously, Chereshnia is not happy at all. And then I have to say, incredible bravery from Javier way there on the middle and just got it done on both Ibobo and Chereshnia. Chereshnia though is still gonna try it on Victor Ibobo. There's Miran FG as he is just behind Kai Chereshnia there.
Yes, it's Mevchi the racer, and he's gonna. I gotta say, Mevchi, remember he doesn't have tires warmed up, so he's not gonna dispose this. Maybe not this lap, but maybe next lap. Maybe we'll see him. Maybe we'll see him overtake at Cops very soon.
Yeah, we could see Chereshnia though. He's busy chasing down the DTM veteran Victor Ibobo as here is Daniel Venture on. I believe that will be Halil Shahin on the inside line into Brooklands. And I think he should get that done. Either way, there's Javier Wynn now on the back of James Sturt. Can he do what Chereshnia couldn't do as he's going to be on the inside line? And he does get it done.
And with ease, actually with ease, Chereshnia apparently just not having enough grip. He's just not confident. Doesn't have enough confidence. He's lost many, not positions, time. That's what is important here. Time. He's lost time. He's lost so much tire life already. So Mevchi's as I said, it's gonna be close enough to Chereshnia going into Stove, getting into the slipstream of Victor Ibobo. Can he hang it round the outside? Chereshnia has some problems on the inside himself. And yes, Mevchi goes. No, what happened to you? Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, what was that? I thought the move would be done. What on earth? Either way,
yeah, holy hell! I didn't see that. So Adam Wolf has pitted, and has he overcut Chereshnia? Oh my god, like Chereshnia. No, actually, he's overcut Xavier V. Xavier V has nowhere to go but the outside actually, because Adam Wolf is on the inside. So we have all of a sudden a train is gonna form due to obviously Sturt, but apparently also Chereshnia, because he's gonna fall like not gonna fall like a fly. He's gonna fall like an iceberg that is about to be hit like by a Titan ship.
Yeah, Chereshnia is falling like, not a fly, it's falling like concrete as Miran Nevji has gotten past the Polish driver. Here's another Polish driver who is on the offense, unlike Chereshnia. That was Daniel Venture. As FG's now on the back of James Sturt, gonna try it into Cops. No, backs out of that. Sturt himself is trying to get past fellow countryman Ibobo there in P9 as Will Neller is leading, but he's not pitted yet, right?
No, remember he's going for a one stop, as you see on the cheap strategy board we have there. But yes, he's gonna pit actually if the drivers are pitting with like 6 laps to go, so probably he's gonna pit in 4 laps. Sturt actually now is being overtaken, so Ibobo is conquered Sturt, and Ibobo goes straight into the pits. Classic Ibobo does the move and just says just says screw it.
Yeah, that is a Victor Ibobo moment for sure. As question is, what is the gap? The gap between Fakrisen and Neller currently 3.3 seconds. So Neller, he's not doing too bad. Going long, we'll see if that can benefit the Brit.
And remember, he's experienced. Remember, he has all the knowledge. Fakrisen is, I think he's not going to catch up to him quite as well. So I think Neller just posing his own end of the stint. I don't know. Could you actually imagine Fakrisen catching him that rapidly? Fakrisen has been rapid, but is he going to catch him maybe 2-3 laps?
Fakrisen is quick this race. I think we've already established that. But we will see. It's a strategy that not a lot of people are trying from Will Neller. He's going for the one stop, and we'll see if that actually succeeds.
And look at that, Mevchi and Chereshnia is trying to get past Sturt, and Chereshnia is probably sick of that blue color. I gotta say, he's not gonna be taking the blue pill in the Matrix anytime soon, but he's gonna probably do some Matrix moves if he can redeem his race. Absolutely gonna take the toe of Sturt on the inside. Is he gonna really force the issue? I think he is. He's absolutely frustrated, and so I think I gotta say, even though he has lost so much, that is a great move by Chereshnia.
Yeah, Chereshnia has chosen the red pill. He's gone up into P7.
barely, we should watch Matrix together sometime. Yes, Netflix and chill. But yes, Mevchi. But look at that. Mevchi actually does have some pace. I don't know what's the reason. He actually just slowed down considerably going through the straight. I think he has some kind of a, I don't know, he has some kind of problem with acceleration. He just slowed down massively. Or Mevchi just has like, I don't know, he's a rocket attached to his car. I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't look too good on the straights. I do agree with you, but now FG in the slipstream of Kai Cherezhny on the inside line, heading into Brooklands. Very, very good run he's got on the Polish driver and gets it down into Brooklands.
That's a nice, solid move in the Brooklands. One of the trickiest braking zones because again, if you go any deeper, it's gonna be a game over for you and your tires. Neller, he is seeing a bit of Fackerzen. Fackerzen is letting know Will Neller that I'm right here. I'm gonna be taking your race win regardless. Whether you do your strategy right. And Moratelli with a solid move on Sturt. So apparently Sturt, with all that defending, has used up so much of his tires that he has just fallen so much. I think the guys who've already pitted. I think yeah, they have all pitted. Yeah. So Fackerzen is already caught up to Will Neller, going into the first turn. Not obviously going to make any moves there. There's no space, and the grip doesn't allow him. So he's going to go make a dive bomb into the third turn actually. No, apparently not. I do want to see the battle actually between P1 and P2 rather than the midfield. Thank you very much, Florian Volka. Will Neller apparently having some nice exit speed right there. So Fackerzen not enough, but I want to see actually Will Neller defending for no particular reason. And look at how much he's struggling. He's trying to point the car where he wants it to go, but the car is just kind of losing under those fronts. Those fronts are dead. Those fronts, oh boy, I gotta say, those fronts are like having some like manatee work rate right here. It's just absolutely nothing. So is he gonna lose it into old cops then? No. Fackerzen hanging on the inside, Neller hanging around on the outside, and it doesn't actually come up. So apparently Neller has kind of saved up his tires maybe, but it just, I don't know. This is some brilliant driving by Will Neller regardless.
Yeah, it's class defending from Will Neller, as there is Wolf on Fosbury, the two Brits swapping positions, and there's Fackerzen on Neller, as he's going to go on the outside to Stowe, and he's going to try to hang around the outside on Will Neller. Will, though, defend, as he always does.
I think that's the same move he did on just earlier ago, and he's also done many solid moves throughout the season. I think it was on Mevchi, actually, and also I believe Mackenzie. And there's a yellow flag for Maggots and Beckett. Who has spun, who has retired, we don't know. But Beckers is going to go on the inside. Onto T1, it's not gonna work ever. The drivers have to make compromise. And speaking of Mevchi, who's out? It's Mevchi, the racer. So no, it's not the commentator, but yeah, I got it. What an unfortunate race end to Mevchi. He was actually having some solid points scoring pace. Yeah, he's probably maybe top 5. I don't know. I actually need to see the replay. Just again, what happened? Why did the car just suddenly kind of wear off? I don't did he hit the curb on the inside? I need to see that again.
Yeah, I think it's a lockup.
Oh no, yeah, just completely and not even having enough like grip. The car didn't want to like turn really. I gotta say, he trusted the car, but the car didn't really care. I gotta say that's Miran Mevchi Chuvi's out of the race. So, and actually, it's certainly having a bit of a weird line out there. He looked like he lost almost the car, but yeah, Mevchi out of the race. And that's our third driver was out of the race. Yeah, it is. Hail Shaheen on the inside on Stowe right there on Campana. Not exactly making most sense. There's a bit of debris as we saw. Fackerzen is going to try to go for another move, but Neller is going to call him. Oh my God! Oh, that was a bit of a late move by Will Neller, I believe. I think Will Neller is getting a bit too ambitious there.
Yeah, Neller is, he is really, really on the defense here. Fackerzen is just trying every opportunity that he is given, as he is now in the slipstream as they head down the paddock start finish straight and then into Stowe. It's going to be Fackerzen on the inside line. Neller, though, covers off the outside line, as he always does.
Yeah, it just... Remember, he's taking, at this point, just the frustration of Rivki Fackerzen. Rivki hasn't really been frustrated all race long. He's been frustrated all somewhat in some some parts of other races in the race. But yes, that's Xavier V. And actually, factors that he's gonna go on the inside, so he's actually learned maybe not to battle with Villeneuve on the outside. And that's probably like the quickest, very astute overtake by Rifki Fakhrizadeh for P1, and he moves into the lead of the race. Probably regardless if if he made the overtake. But yeah, it's still better to do it on track.
Yeah, as there is, I think Shahin on Campana is that, and Ibobo's actually slipped past the Turkish driver, and he's now on the back of the American Lian Campana, who's currently in P14. There's Adventure on Sturt. Had a look on the outside, but they had to tuck behind in once again. As there's Ibobo on the inside of Shine as well, as he's defending from the Mercedes car behind, as Ibobo is himself. He's going to try it on Campana around the outside into Vale. He's going to have the inside coming out of the chicane, though. Shahin's going to try to follow Ibobo through, as Ibobo gets himself up into P14. That's 2 cars on one lap. Fantastic stuff from Victor Ibobo.
Oh, yeah, that was a solid move by Ibobo. He just actually unexpectedly saw in a Campana. Yeah, that I think he compromised his speed at Ibobo. He completely lost like any kind of grip. He lost his speed, and this is the result. He made a great overtake, but Campana is going to make even a better one. Make it even a better one. Yeah, exactly. English.
Yeah, it was nice stuff from Victor Ibobo. Meanwhile, here is Daniel Adventure once again. He's going to try it on James Sturt on the inside line of the Brit, and he gets it done. It's a nice, clean, and simple move from Adventure. And Clark is going to try it on Cherezhnia into Cops there.
That's Michael Clark. Yeah, that's Michael Clark in the points. And remember, Xavier V, he and Clark, I don't know. If they come together, it's just gonna implode the universe. I gotta say, Villeneuve, Fakhrizadeh was ahead of him, and then the pit lane is obviously a bit shorter than the other corners. So Villeneuve pits from P2 to be exact. It's gonna go for obviously one stop as we predicted. So we're halfway through the race. It's Fakhrizadeh. I do want to see who is actually in second. I think it actually is Turvik. Yeah, Turvik. Who's actually in third? Now because he's pitting, I can't actually quite say. But yes, is he going to come out in the top 5? Is Cherezhnia going to be just behind him? No, it's actually Jared Fosbury. Cherezhnia's obviously fallen like a stone completely. So the two Brits going to do some battle. So Cherezhnia in 7th place. So yeah, I gotta say, Cherezhnia is looking to be out of the points. Newerville driver also who had a bit of a unlucky, kind of unlucky, battle and took damage. It's kind of battling that, so it's a nice, you always as a driver, even if your race is bad, you always want to get some kind of a positive, some kind of positive to keep you going, maybe later or in currently in race, just in case anything happens. Clark now on the back of Jared Fosbury. Clark is no stranger to this Cop's corner. Cherezhnia, I don't know. He's just looking. I don't know what's he actually trying to do, but Cherezhnia he's passed. Nice. At least that's some kind of inclination that he's gonna get his race up quite nicely. Parrish trying to defend from old Mackenzie, but doesn't quite come to fruition.
Yeah, I think Fosbury kind of just got boxed in there as Cherezhnia tried to follow Clark through, and allowed him to get Fosbury. And he might try to get Michael Clark there, as he had a look on the Englishman as Moratelli gets past Jared Fosbury as well. Here's a little group of cars, and Campana, Newerville, and Ibobo, as Newerville's been thrown into the mix here.
Yeah, Newerville should be definitely aware of, remember when the incident happens, drivers usually do take a bit of precaution. So yes, I think Ibobo and Newerville having the same kind of race, other than Newerville getting damage, takes a bit of oh my good lord, that's a quite, again, when their car is in front, you can't quite see the braking board, and obviously you lose a bit of front end grip and downforce. Usually it's a bit risky to actually go that confidently in the turn. So yeah, Ibobo I think it can't actually quite get past Campana quite yet. Yeah, so actually, top five, we could actually, we're halfway through the race. I would love to see the top five. So it's um, I can't remember who's in. Okay, so Thacker Zane, Turvik, Bill Meller, Lee, and wait, oh no, that's Wolf. See, because I always think it's Phil Vol or whatever. So yeah, that's actually Wolf in top in third place. Apologies for that, but that's our top five from descending order.
Yeah, Cherezny has just lost out. He's lost out so much. It's such
Yeah,
a shame for him, obviously.
it is. It is. It's
James.
just like I don't know. I actually do not know like what. I mean, it's again to lose your motivation when you're leading the championship. That's just worrying as a whole. So that's going to be something to watch out for, I think.
Yeah, but this is great news for Rifki Fakhrizstein now that his closest championship rival, Kai Cherezny, will not score any points. So that's going to be really, really good news for him, and it's going to be able to, for Fakhrizstein, it's going to see him close down the championship a bit more. Sazonov gets past Campana there. Shahin's going to try it on the American as well. Into Stowe, maybe? No. Oh, there's contact there, and Shahin's round.
He, yeah, just I gotta say he had to kind of make some kind of inroads for the move. Just went too deep on the brakes. I think I'm kind of moved a little bit. I think fair enough, with these cars. But yeah, no, Parrish is getting past old Jared Fosbury for P9, not P8. So as the drivers is in P8, I think it's Resi and Mortelli not battling for the final points being position, and P7. So apparently there was a pit busy. Someone has just pitted. I don't know who exactly. And Mortelli just slices through Teresnia. And at this point, with Teresnia falling down to P8, Rifki Fakhrizstein would take the championship lead.
Yeah, this is a fantastic opportunity for Rifki Fakhrizstein. Now the most important thing about Fakhrizstein is just going to be to bring it home. And just hope to finish P1 as James Sturt is now on the back of Halil Shahin here. Shahin though pulling away on Exeter Woodcut, so I think it is going to be Shahin who remains ahead as Slipstream's not powerful enough for James Sturt. But through Cops he is closing in on Shahin and he pulls to the right there as they're going to be wheel to wheel through the entry of Maggots, and
Never works out. It just never works out.
You can't really
Never.
go side by side through Maggots. That's
And that's actually that's a thing because there's only one line. There was a wider, the racing line was a bit wider itself, but the racing line there's only like one line. It's not like, for example, what's the line? I think not in Japan, but yeah, there are tracks where there are multiple lines. As Will Neller making some nice inroads into the top five. Vilner making a nice move into Brooklands, I believe. Yeah, that's Brooklands. I'm deafened by the cheers of the home crowd.
Yeah, there's your home hero Will Neller making the move.
I do apologize. Apparently, Mevchi has had some kind of issue. The plug
back.
is. Oh, so there he is again. So everything is just fine with him. A-okay. Currently, we have just to make sure, if you have not joined us just right now, we have lost Usman. Was it Miran Usman Hamid? Not Miran Usman. Yeah, Martinez, and also I think it is obviously it was Mevchi also. So 3 drivers out of the race at. 2 drivers who were out on lap 1. Mevchi was out on lap, was it 19? No, is it 18, 19? I actually don't remember. But yeah, Tritkov's now going to try and make a move on old lean Campana, and doesn't actually quite work out for him. The drivers, remember that the thing, as a driver, you're looking for any kind of opportunity. You're hungry. Now it's at part of the GP where the drivers are not hungry. And usually it's the ones that are not fighting for the important positions would be the points. They're not going to be. They're going to be the ones hungry. But apparently Clark is just kind of really going through. He just wants more. He wants more. And actually, that's actually probably the first cleanest overtake between V and Clark this season. I think that's guaranteed. So nice move by Clark.
Yeah, it was nice stuff from Michael Clark, but the move from Maxim Titkov as well. We did see earlier. It was a really nice move, as well as here's Mateusz Turek currently in P2, and yeah, Fakirstein is just he is just running away with the lead at this moment.
I don't think Turvik is even catching him. Turvik is some nice pace, and I don't think he's actually even he's not even catching him. So Turvik, he could. Let's see if Wolf. I don't know what's the gap between Wolf and Turvik. Is there any developments there? I would love to see. Let's see exactly. So let's see. Wolf is going to cross. So let's get the timing completely cut off. But just so the gap between Turvik and Wolf is about 8.6 seconds. So not exactly. So it's like the top three has been like spaced out. Like it's you can't. I think it's going to be a boring top three, unless kind of a mistake happens.
Oh yeah, I think there's for sure going to be. I don't think there's going to be much action, especially with Fakirstein pulling away. Don't think there's going to be much happening there, as James Sturt is looking to try it on Lian Campana, as the Brits all over the back of the American, but Campana, no, dives into the pit lane.
Yeah, but
that was really close.
That was dangerous. Yeah. And just like the way they swerve, I get goosebumps. I've seen many like in sim racing how people swerve just take you out, and I have a lot of Vietnam flashbacks.
I remember there was one very big accident involving the pit lane in DTM at the final round last season at Monza. I remember there was someone who was trying to come into the pit lane and just completely swiped someone else.
Yeah, true. I was there, but I actually just I literally don't remember that. I commentated the race, and I just I can't exactly pinpoint. No, wait, I didn't commentate the race.
It was me and Franco.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I'm stealing your spot. I'm stealing your life. I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna steal everything. But no, as the top 10 battle between Adventure and Mackenzie. And Mackenzie, I'm actually kind of worried about Mackenzie. He's now dropping after showing some like promising pace actually for points, and now he's battling Daniel Adventure, who's obviously not a stranger to points himself, but they're not in the points now, so they're just gonna kind of clip, not like stepping over each other, like tumbling with each other just to get something going in this race, as Adventure is going to try to go for a move on the inside. Usually it doesn't quite work out, squeezes Mackenzie a bit wide. At least Mackenzie gives him space and into turn 3. Nice little braking zone, really nothing to make sense, but obviously you don't want to light up your tires and have absolute bad traction when the Ford is straight, when it actually does matter. It looks like let's see if Adventure has done that. A bit off. Apparently these cars can't follow through turn 5 and 6. No, yeah, turn 5 and 6 is as good as they would.
Yeah, Adventure still on the back of Mackenzie, but yeah, Mackenzie just after the stops, the pace he had just kind of seemed to disappear. I don't know why that would be. Either way, Adventure's gonna try to take advantage of that. This is gonna be on the inside into Cops, and he gets it done on Jay Mackenzie. Solid
move. I think that's I gotta say something needs to really happen. Some kind of detriment in dent into the point positions. Adam Wolf. Can we get back to him a little bit? I think I would have kind of make some comments. Adam Wolf started off the season quite miserably. He had a nice, I think it was, last race he had a nice race also, but I think he dropped out of the points due to battling Mateusz Turvik. And Mugello, he had some, also bad luck, and also in Hockenheim and Austria, just races to forget, and now he's in a podium position. So solid job by him, I think.
Yeah, it's really well done from him. He's really nailed the strategy, and the people obviously ahead of him did fail a lot with how things work with strategy, and then he just now he is up in the podium position. So great job.
So throughout this race, we've had only let's see, was it 3 lead changes? I believe Fakirstein, Teresnia, and Meller. We've only had 3 different race leaders, and then you would actually usually have, and actually not many lead changes, I'd say. So it's at least we found some consistency to actually present the top dogs, the top drivers, the fastest ones, and the most inconsistent ones. Titkov pits from 17th. So yeah, I think I gotta say this is just for him to tell that, hey, go out and do some fast laps, make something out of this race, and go on with your day.
Yeah, it is quite an interesting predicament. Don't really have much to comment on that.
Yes, it is. It sometimes, yeah, it sometimes is just. Oh no, actually, Adam Wolf is gonna pit. Oh, I forgot. I thought he was gonna be on the podium. I forgot about him actually. I forgot. No, I didn't forget. I just forgot that he had to pit. So that's and Clark. Yeah, Clark. Okay, I did expect him to pit again. But yeah.
Obviously, Falkenstein is gonna pit again. Remember that.
Oh.
And
true.
Neller isn't pitting.
Yeah, but I think those guys are gonna have fresher tires. But it's still not it's not exactly sure. But yeah, Adam Wolf at least I think he's gonna fight for points. It's Teresnia. Let's see, 11 lap. He's gonna pit also. So I gotta say that the Teresnia strategy just looks worse off actually. It's not gonna age well at all. Like I gotta say, if other drivers are gonna pit, and he's gonna pit also. It just has been a really just bad stint. Maybe third stint going to be something magical. Turvik there in P2. One of the drivers actually who, Mateusz Turvik, almost had a nice chance like for a podium. He was battling Teresnia for I think it was P4, P5, and yeah, they had some many tumbles. It's just like started a big drama in the Polish press somewhere on there, and the Polish fan bases went to war with each other, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of Polish guys in DTM, so the Polish fan base will be very, very large
divided.
And very passionate.
Yeah. That's not what I kind of like. I don't want anyone to be divided, but it's sometimes for the best. Parrish trying to go around Mortelli hanging on to P4 now. As I'm checking out my Coke out of the freezer. Wait, no, that's actually it is an important position to commentate on as I'm doing my daily pro activities. Adam Wolf is now going to have some fresh tires, so he's going to go on in the attack. But obviously, drivers who are going to pit later are going to have fresher tires, so that's going to be an interesting. Mortelli fending off Parrish, and actually, I have to comment on Parrish. Parrish was like, I think he was like falling, and now he's like coming up. He's like now he's like rejuvenated himself a bit, and now he's going to fight for potential like P7, P8.
Yeah, he could definitely be up there. Fighting for the points positions. Obviously, you got, Wait, there's Neuville coming out of the pit lane. She's exiting P15 just behind. Didn't get to catch a glimpse of that as Mortelli is trying it on. I think that will be Will Parrish in fourth place. So I think it is a provisional fourth place, obviously, with a few drivers into the pit lane. But yeah, Parrish remaining ahead then as they head out of Chapel. Now down the hangar straight. Should allow Mortelli to get the slipstream, but it's not powerful enough. So that means that Parrish is going to stay ahead for P4.
I'm actually surprised that Fackerson has not run into traffic. And as I say that, look what's ahead of him. That's one of the Mercedes of who is it? Not Bobo, but who exactly is it? Is it not Fosbury? Who might be? That's not Sahin. Sahin, yeah. Sahin. So apparently Neller is having some rapid pace. Apparently he's having some nice. As expected, really, he's having some nice pace, and Neller could try and catch Turvik maybe later in the race, but I just don't believe it's gonna happen. But he has some nice information from Ted Flo Kravitz.
I was just about to make that joke. That was funny, but yeah. Either way.
No, just like that guy always jumps in at like unexpectedly. It's like you're gonna be at like a funeral. So hold on, Crofty. Apparently from the pit, it's just like It's just like, I really don't want Ted Kravitz to, like be anywhere near me when I'm having a, episode or anything important around me, like in a meeting or whatever. Just yelling instructions and how to, like, I don't know, just something. It's scary. It's like it should be a creepy pasta. As Neller. I do want to go on actually board with Neller, but apparently Clark, after pitting and is gonna now battle Jay McKenzie, is he gonna go inside? Oh, inside. You can choose anywhere you want, Clark. But no, McKenzie is smart to that and fends off Clark before he could even make a move on inside. Apparently that actually compromised him. Oh my lord, Jesus, McKenzie, you sly dog, man. You almost caused a big incident there.
Yeah, it was a bit of the good defending there from McKenzie. I believe was the car that, wasn't he? Either way, he's into the pit lane as well. And there's Martelli and Parrish coming out of the pit lane. And actually, Martelli's jumped Parrish.
Yeah, somehow in the pits, it somehow has someone has been faster. Someone has actually worked harder. Someone has had their energy drink drunk. I don't know. Maybe what's it called? Remember when a guy, who was it? The guy, you know what I'm talking about, right? The guy,
no.
the TT guy, the guy who was how do I say it? His name is Guy, and he was like he worked on the Williams pit crew for one race. Yeah, exactly. And they just like it was just because they at that point they didn't have anything to lose. So it just like, so there were just shitty stops. I have to say, just straight shitty stops. So yeah, I think it was exactly for Parrish. Fakhrizadeh pitting from the lead. No one other than actually Turvik has taken the lead in the pits for now, but obviously as we know he's gonna be out of the pits before Turvik. So it's not gonna be much. Neller, the driver who hasn't actually pitted, is now going to overcut, but Fakhrizadeh with fresher tires, and it looks like actually old Neller has fueled a lot more than the guys who have just now fueled up. So that's I think that was a bit of a miscalculation on his team's part.
Yeah, that car's for sure gonna be heavier than the guys behind, but we'll see if. It'll be easier on fuel, obviously, until the end, so I guess that's one advantage.
Bobo pits from, I believe it was P10 in Tereznia. Well, I'm not going to be the horse, just move on and reclaim the championship later on. Parrish now stuck behind, I think it was, now my mind is completely, it's Fosbury and Adventure. I'm not cheating as I go for the little leaderboard down there. So Fakhrizadeh is going to be chasing off, obviously, after Will Neller. Turvik is going to try to kind of follow him, but I think if Turvik, we had that information where Turvik is only just slightly catching Will Neller, that means Neller might have a chance to fend off Turvik and maybe have a dash to the finish and give this crowd like what they want to see and deserve.
Yeah, Neller. He's only gonna have to hold up about 10 laps to Fakhrizadeh behind. We saw his incredible defending, a few laps ago after Fakhrizadeh had done his first stop. As here's a bit of a scrap between Parrish and I think that's Venture and Fosbury. Actually,
that's a nice move. That was actually for the last points paying position. I don't know why I'm talking like like I'm lagging, but no, points paying position for Will Parrish, the American. Had a nice move with Venture. Just kind of come back right on the inside, and Fosbury, also one of the slyest dogs, actually doesn't make much of that opportunity that was presented right at his face. Neller now is seeing Fakhrizadeh in the mirrors, and as I said, Neller is not scared. He thrives on battling. He is, not because of the moves we've seen over the years. What's important.
Yeah. We'll see if Will Neller can hold up until the end. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see.
Because Parrish makes a bit of a mistake, which doesn't it could have ended off a bit worse. Remember he could have spun, but nicely on the curb. If you want to make a mistake, that's kind of mistake you want to at least correct. So that's but it's gonna bring him back to the clutches of Daniel Venture for now. Ibobo is just making some kind of battle with Sturt. the two Brits, I don't think they mind each other. I think it was like in BARs. I think not at this track, but remember, I think the BARs at Button and Sato, like they battle like all the time. But I think it was Button who didn't like Sato, or Sato didn't like Button, or they just we're scared of each other. I don't know, but yeah, it's just that's the thing. Inner team battles and inner country battles sometimes can be friendly, but as we've seen, I think Ibobo and Sturt having a bit more respect, and actually a bit more respect than Sturt has given all race to anybody.
Yeah, Sturt's just been relentless on the defense, and he
just lets all Ibobo pass. But who's not gonna let someone pass is Neller. Maybe he's gonna let it pass. Apparently, Fackersen is gonna have a bit more traction. It's gonna go a bit deeper. Gonna understand a bit to not let Fackersen even have a sniff. Not even a sight. Not even a clue. Not even Dora Explorer could find this clue of where Fackersen can make a chance happen. Fackersen now with actually just pure slipstream. Neller has absolutely been trying to save his own car. Can he save himself for taking P1? No, that's Fackersen into the lead, and the crowd has been deflated just a bit as they see their home hero lose P1. And Fackersen, nice move, respectful and to the point, and he leads the race.
Yeah, nice move from Rifki Fackersen, but it was bound to happen, honestly. Like, he was catching by such an incredible amount. And, Will Neller, he did the best he could, but there's only so much he can do, unfortunately. And that is Rifki Fackersen into the lead of the race on lap 57.
As we see Turvik in the background. Neller can't even see Turvik. I think Turvik is imagining that Neller's there so he can actually, he can, as drivers do. That's actually one thing about drivers. When they see someone in front, they get faster. It's like a primal instinct. They get a lot faster. So Turvik is, as we saw, Fackersen just passed Neller, out of nowhere because he saw someone in front of him. But obviously they use up their tires. So if Turvik doesn't use up his tires as much, I don't think he's gonna suffer until the end of the race whilst battling Will Neller.
Yeah, we'll see if Turvik will be able to get past Neller. But either way, there's still quite a gap between the two. I don't think Turvik's gonna close in on Neller as rapidly as Fackersen did, but yeah, we'll just see what happens, I guess.
Turvik as only we've had like the fourth driver who's led the race, but Turvik led the race in the pits. So do you think that actually counts? I just want to know, like, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, technically, yeah, he was P1, but it's just in the pit lane, so I don't really know.
Yeah, probably momentarily. So Turvik having a little bit of glory right there. As we saw from the positions, how many positions someone has gained. Clark has gained 12, and there was another driver. I think it was Parrish, I believe, right? No, not Parrish. Who is it? There was who also gained 12 positions. Regardless, two drivers have gained like 12. No, it's Adventure. It's Adventure, not Parrish. Parrish only gained 4. So Mima stuck it right there. So on to lap 39. Okay, let's say the battle, the win is decided. What's going to be decided for the podium? Like we still have, let's say Wolf, who's actually only about, let's say he's only 5 seconds behind Turvik, but Turvik is only 2.6 seconds. So maybe the podium might shift to, I don't know, to someone favorable, maybe like Wolf, if Turvik fails to pass Neller, as we've seen Neller, defend. So who do you think might actually come out of the, top on the Turvik Neller battle?
I am gonna say Mateusz Turvik if he does close in, obviously. Because obviously Neller, as we know, he is strong on the defense, but as I did previously say, there's only so much he can do with what he has at the moment. So I think Turvik should be at the advantage, obviously, but we never know.
Yes, and And I gotta say, probably the most surprising driver. Just I can't process it in my mind. I gotta say that's Michael Clark in the top 5. So I gotta say it's. I think we're really doomsdays here. I think. So, just like that's a bit. No, without jokes, that's a nice, good race by Michael Clark. One of the drivers I did praise, maybe to like to get points. So preseason testing kind of showing some promise as we all move on to lap 40. For those who have just joined us, Fakker Zane has led the race for the most part. He has lost it to Will Neller, but he's also overtaken Will Neller and Kai Tseresny at the start, and who might actually one of the drivers who did lead the race just by a quarter second or a millisecond is Mateusz Turvik, and you're seeing him right behind old Willy Nella there as the cameras just try to shift away so we don't see any actual overtakes happen. Mackenzie apparently going on Fosbury, Mateusz Turvik hounding, just absolutely the splitter is about to, like, I don't know, like it's gonna bump Will Neller if he just doesn't move out of the way. I gotta say, Turvik wants that podium. He wants that P2. He wants everything that Neller has. The home crowd cheers. Is he gonna rob him of that? No. Neller is gonna just hang on the outside. Mateusz Turvik with an. Oh my God! He actually almost went for a move, and actually maybe could have worked because he was not like on the let's say on the outside as some drivers do. But no, Turvik is absolutely pushing to the limit. He has a slipstream. He's gonna go inside, outside, inside, outside, outside. It is. It's gonna not. I think it's been a preferable choice, but not today. Neller with that absolutely astounding straight line speed advantage. Neller has a bit of traction loss, not a lot of grip loss, but still enough. But actually enough to keep old Turvik behind with 5 laps to go.
That was a fantastic battle, really, between the two. And yeah, Neller just so strong on the defense. But as we approach turn 1, once again, it's going to be Turvik on the inside, but Neller strong around the outside. He's going to get it on Mateusz Turvik there. As there's Cherezhny making a move. Yeah,
the midfield is still not. That's always going to be undecided. There's always going to be some late drama. It's been going on the outside of Newerville. I have to say that has been a really good race by Newerville after getting damaged, and she's now battling for P12. But who might actually have a better race is Mateusz Turvik on the inside of Brooklands, and that's it. That's P2, and the home crowd has been deflated once again, but I think, you know what, I think it's guaranteed that the Brit will be on the podium because Wolf might catch old Will Neller there. Newerville, I gotta say, did you expect her to even be like in near the top 10?
Not really. I mean, Newerville obviously is a good driver on her day, but I mean, especially after that crash with the Boba, I wasn't really expecting her to be anywhere near the top 10. So yeah, it's been a surprise for sure. As there's Cherezhny on Fosbury, and yeah, for sure this is not a duo I would have been expecting. Newerville versus Cherezhny at this race.
You know, I gotta say, Kai Cherezhny must be. I gotta say, I don't think he's gonna give it up. There's pride really on the line rather than just points. I think that's what's on the line. Newerville's gonna be going on the inside, not exactly, and actually with some fierce speed, cooking up Cherezhny. Trying to grill whatever last fat of meat we can have, what is available of Cherezhny, because he's been cooked, he's been in the fridge cooked, and now in someone's I gotta say in his digestion, and this track is basically the digestion right here. But apparently he's trying to climb out, he's trying to puke himself out, and that's Cherezhny past Fosbury's Bobo is going to make the most out of this and try to steal Newerville's place, P13, and that's Bobo up. Again, a surprising move by Bobo there in P13.
Yeah, nice stuff from Victor. Bobo just came out of nowhere and just followed through on that move. So great stuff from him, really. And it's been fantastic to see. And he's already putting the pressure on Jared Fosbury, but it might not be over yet for Bobo, as Newerville is still hanging on there in P14.
Yes, but I think for the last few laps, I'd really love to see the battle for P3 if we can. Bobo, is going to make, a solid move on. Jared Fosbury for P12 Brit against Brit. Valor on the line, of course. Fakhrizadeh in first there. So Neller just he's again for what's I think he's my driver of the day. But even though he lost like one position, he's been the star that should be on the podium. I think it's like for fourth place you don't get medals, and you shouldn't, but you should get praise.
Oh yes, for sure. I mean, he has been absolutely fantastic on the defense here today, and he is a race winner around the circuit. He's won here twice.
Oh really? What series?
In Formula One, obviously, he's won here twice. Once in 2007 and once in 2015. As Newville is gonna go around the outside of Jared Ponsbury. And is she gonna succeed with this move? Yes, she is. But Rivki Fakhrizadeh, the man who's leading as well, he's won here too. He won here back in GP2 in 2010 from pole.
I should have probably seen it because he was my former teammate, but I didn't watch GP2 at the time. I was too busy. I was too busy signing checks, being in bars and all that. But Wolf is, I gotta say, he's gonna be barred to none on Will Neller there, and he's gonna just. I think Neller let him by there. I think that's safe to say. But yeah, Will Neller losing P3 to Adam the Wolf. I am not good. I'm not in the mood to make nicknames. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh my goodness. But Rivki Fakhrizadeh, as he is leading by 11.9 seconds, this man's just absolutely checked out.
Now, yes, I gotta say, what an astounding GP by Rivki Fakhrizadeh after that crash. But he's just, I think he's gonna bounce back. I think Dijon was just like a bit of a, every driver has their bad tracks, and the track that it was new, drivers couldn't really prepare for as much. I think that's going to be a good result for him. But as our top 5 is Rivki Fakhrizadeh, Mateusz.
Oh, your
apparently
mic
I'm cutting out. Yep, that's exactly when the footage freezes. I absolutely know what's gonna happen. But yeah, still thanks, Mepchi. So the top 5: Fakhrizadeh, Turvik, Wolf, Neller, and obviously Michael Clark. So 3 Brits in the top 5. So what? I just realized that. That's nice. And Adam Wolf apparently been a bit wide there. But yeah, it's not going to be enough to unsettle or lose any kind of pace. So now we're really in the closing down stages. Not a lot of dramatic things will happen. As I say, that probably just the circuit will, I don't know, a plane will fall. I don't know. I hope not, but yes, I think this is just the 2 laps are just going to be calm, and yeah, just to reflect on who has actually benefited and has lost. And I gotta say, the driver who actually could have benefited the most and and lost in the end, I still think Mackenzie.
Yeah, Mackenzie just completely, his pace just dropped after the stop, and he was looking really good to be able to secure points today, good points, but unfortunately it was only P10 for him, and Kai Chereshnya, same goes for him. To think that he was on pole in the race.
I still can actually imagine how much an opportunity you had and you just gave it away, like one that Christmas song where you gave.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm still so apparently my internet provider is just listening in on me and probably stealing my info and not really wanting to steal any of my info apparently because or just cutting me off. But regardless, and I want to actually move on to P1. I know it's going to be some battling going on. I want to move on to Rivki Fakhrizadeh. I want to tell his story here as he battles Titkov through the Maggots and Beckett's. I think Titkov should not make it any more difficult than it is. I might be a bit wrong, but yeah, Fakhrizadeh in Hockenheim, he had a solid race. I gotta say, he didn't get past Will Paris. Titkov's trying to unlap himself, but I'm not gonna try to focus on him as much. Rivki Fakhrizadeh, he has been really good, scoring some solid points. Won in Mugello, made that absolutely astounding call. Last season's championship contender. He is now gonna win the absolutely prestigious Silverstone Grand Prix, and Rifki Fakhrizadeh is leading the DTM 2021 championship. Mateusz Tervek rounds out the final corner to finish with a nice second place. And I'll let you call Neller's podium.
Yeah, as it is Will Neller.
Oh no, Bill, no, Adam Wolf podium.
Adam Wolf. Yeah, you fooled me there.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's Neller, and Clark rounds out into P5 there, and apparently Xavier Wee. Yeah, look at Xavier Wee has had some battling that we didn't see with Moratelli. That's gonna stick to my mind for the rest of the day, for the rest of the night actually, not the day. But yeah, Mortelli going up into P6. Now this is a replay obviously, on inside up into Stowe, but not quite. So Mortelli defending until his last breath to take 3 solid points, I think. So, consistency is key, and I think Maria Mortelli has shown, even though he crashed out one driver, caused another, and that's in I think 7th, and then Parrish in 8th. So Parrish picking up that single solitary last points paying position, and Mackenzie, the driver who was battling all at the Venture, I believe. Yeah, Adventure. I think it's a nice finish, I think, in the end for Jay Mackenzie.
Yeah, P10 is gonna be nice for him. Obviously, I think he could have been in the points today, but yeah, still P10 is nice as Jared Foss.
Oh, he was P9. He was P9.
P9. Yeah, confusing with an Adventure.
Yeah, I know it's a thing sometimes. Also, when you don't focus on it too much, but James Sturt. These Brits have defended, absolutely nicely, but Sturt, I think, in one of the drivers who defended so much, in the end, it really never benefited him. In the end, it's just like, it's only for the viewing, for our eyes. Campana runs out into P7, in P17, Sahin 18th. Rifki Fakhrizadeh, our race, he is now a 2-time winner, and that's what a great race by him.
Yeah, just fantastic stuff from Rifki Fakhrizadeh, and the pace he had was immense. And he just pulled through the entire race. Strategy was basically flawless, and it's an uninterrupted race victory for Fakhrizadeh. So great job from him.
Yeah, Mateusz Tervek there in second place. What a actually not an unexpected one. We know his pace, and solid job by him. Adam Wolf there in third place. I think a long-awaited podium. I gotta say that's gonna be sweeter than a sugar cube on his teeth. He was getting braces as a kid, but yeah, Will Neller in 4th, Michael Clark in 5th. So that completes the top 5, and I'll let you do the thing where I do the thing.
Yeah. So it is Kaya Moratelli who finishes in P6, followed by Javier Wee in P7, and it's Will Parrish in 8th, followed by Jay Mackenzie in P9, and Daniel Adventure rounding out the top 10.
Yes, and Saturnia with a disappointing race there in 11th. Victory Bobo with some kind of an action-packed race there in 12th. Billy Newerville, a solid comeback. I have to say that. Jared Forsberry there in 14th. Andrei Sazonov in 15th.
Yeah, and then we have James Sturr finishing P17, followed by Liam Campana in P18. Halil Shahin is Halil Shahin is P18, followed by Maxim Titko finishes a lap down in P19, and the 3 non-finishers are Miran FG, Rosetta Martinez, and Mohammed Usman Hamid.
Actually, can you say your name again? Who retired? I think it's you, right?
What?
It's you who retired. Miran FG.
Yeah?
Yes.
Miran
so
FG,
yes.
that's me.
Yes. I just wanted to rub salt in the wound for you.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's okay. So actually, yeah, look at that. Bella Newerville actually had some solid pace. Look at that. That's some really good pace by Bella Newerville. Something to build upon later in the season, quite possibly. The next race. Mevchi, any positive, anything to take out of this race? Anything to really, before we set the anthems?
I mean, it was a fantastic race overall. We had a lot of action and a lot of overtakes, so it's a classic Silverstone race, and Silverstone always delivers when it comes to racing. So yeah, it's been fun.
Okay,
and,
so now we're gonna hear that. I think he's Indonesian, right? Yeah, he's Indonesian,
Yeah.
I believe, right? Yeah. So the Indonesian Anthem sung by a mute. Can we talk? So yes, I'm really glad to hear that anthem after I just talked over apparently. That what a thrilling Silverstone GP. I think the home crowd got their money's worth, their tickets worth. I think the VIP is going to be sold out. It had to be sold out. Yes. So Merci, any last thoughts? Not really takeaways, but any last thoughts about this GP?
I mean, it was a really fantastic GP, and we had, a lot of exciting moments and a lot of things to take home with us. So, just congratulations to Rivki Fakhrizadeh on the race victory.
Yes, as we mentioned before, Rivki Fakhrizadeh is currently leading the championship by, let's see, it's 2 points. Yeah, wait, yeah, it's by 2 points. He's leading the championship by 2 points, and obviously, even though Karatsareznia didn't score, he still hangs around in second place. Thank you for everybody in attendance. I'm hearing the cheers. Apparently, there's the fans are running to my commentary booth. I'm just trying to pack out and trying to catch my jet. Thanks for everybody who. I'm sorry, I had a bit of a moment in my stomach. So thanks for everybody who joined in the chat. Thanks everybody who viewed us. Thanks Merci for commentating with me. I hope you do feel the same.
Yeah, it's been fantastic commentating alongside you, and it's been very, very fun. And I hope we can be back for next week.
Okay, that's very good. That is just a threat, so no, it's that is not a question.
Yeah, he's holding me gunpoint. Help.
Yes. Thanks to Flo. Thanks to me. And what I always want to say is good night, good evening, good morning, and see you next week, everybody, for the Assen Grand Prix. See ya. Bye.